Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a brief introduction to how to get a great sound out of your lap steel. Firstly, let me show you my Vorsen 6-string lap steel. This is a beautiful instrument. I have another tutorial on introducing the lap steel guitar and I talk at some length about this instrument, so please check that one out if you're interested in the Vorsen 6-string lap steel guitar. I have it tuned at the moment to an open D tuning. So the tuning from thick to thin strings, from the 6th string to the 1st, the notes are D, A, D, F sharp, A and D. So it's an open D major chord. All of those strings I tune to approximately 440 on a guitar tuner, with the exception of the 3rd string F sharp. I deliberately tune that 3rd string a little flat. So it's tuned to something like 437, 438. I basically tune the lap steel by ear. Lloyd Green, probably the best steel guitar player that's ever lived, never used a guitar tuner, an electric tuner in his life. He had a 10-string, 3-pedal, 4-knee lever pedal steel, tuned all of his pedals and all of his intonation and his open strings just by ear. Now, we don't all have as good as ear as Lloyd Green, but I do recommend to not tune your lap steel in the same way that you would a guitar. So normally on a guitar you would tune each string to 440 on your tuner, and the intonation on the bridge and what have you on the guitar attempts to deal with the fine tuning of the instrument as you go up and down the frets. You'll find if you do that on a lap steel guitar and then when you use the bar, you'll find that it just sounds a little bit out of tune. It certainly does for me on that open major tuning. So there's a tip for you, take it or leave it. I tend to like the 3rd string on that tuning to be tuned just a little flat, and I trust my ear rather than the guitar tuner as to when I believe the instrument's in tune. Now let's talk a little bit about how to get a good tone on a lap steel guitar. The equipment's a great starting place, and this is a beautiful steel. It naturally has a great sound. But the equipment, the accessories you use both on your right and left hand can also play a good part in helping you get a great sound. I'm a lifelong user of the Dunlop brand of finger picks, thumb picks and finger picks. So I've got, for me, it's a large Dunlop, thick plastic, sort of tortoiseshell looking thumb pick. It's very firm on my thumb, and that's what I like. I like a thumb pick that doesn't slip around. And I use 2 Dunlop metal finger picks. They are both gauge .025 Dunlop metal picks, so they're the same thickness. Some people change the gauge between 1st and 2nd finger. I like the same gauge of finger pick, and then I can adjust how hard I'm hitting the strings with my fingers rather than using a different gauge metal to try and balance that out. On my left hand, I also use a Dunlop product. This is the Dunlop bullet nose lap steel bar. It's perfectly round with that sort of bullet end on it. It's a bit like a Jerry Bird style lap steel bar. This one isn't the Jerry Bird one, but it's the same sort of weight and same sort of feel. I use that bar also on my 6-string dobro, but on my pedal steel guitar I have to use a completely different bar because I have a 12-string universal tuning pedal steel. Therefore I need a much thicker, heavier and longer bar. Now I just want you to watch today closely a tune that I recorded recently called Don't Let the Winter Take Your Soul. It's just a beautiful, simple melody. There's nothing hard in this tune. But on it, you'll see me use a lot of vibrato, and that's the sliding of the bar and the rolling of the bar. So I tend to slide the bar back and forward to get my vibrato, unless I'm just doing a very subtle vibrato where I tend to roll the bar in my hand. But 95% of the time for me, vibrato on the lap steel is a physical slide of the bar backwards and forwards over the fret that I'm trying to produce the vibrato on. I also use quite a bit of playing in octaves in this melody. Mainly in this case using the 4th string D and the 1st string D. So I'll play the melody just on a single string, but then the next time that I play it through, you'll see me use octaves. It's a simple technique to use. It just doubles the sound that you're playing. It thickens the sound. It's not hard to do, but it has a really good effect on the sound that your audience will hear. Now finally, the other technique I use is a slant bar technique at times in this video. You'll see that I'll sort of forward slant the bar so that I can play the melody in harmony, not in octaves this time, but in harmony. So I leave the melody largely up on the thinner strings and I slant the bar to get the proper harmony note on either the third or the fourth string. So keep your eye out for vibrato, for use of octaves on my right hand, and use of the slant bar technique on my left hand. I hope you enjoyed. I think you'll learn a lot by just closely studying this video. Many people have commented to me that they love the beauty of the sound on this track, and I'm very proud of it. So let's have a listen and a look now at Don't Let the Winter Take Your Soul, featuring the Vorsen lap steel and also featuring my Martinez 6-string dobro. Bye for now.